Hi guys, it's Nani from Nani's Lash Chic. I am a Miami-based lash artist with 3 years of lash designing experience. Today I'm going to be showing you how I would map my clients if I was going through the consultation process. This could be for new clients or whether you've had a regular that now wants to switch up her style and her vibe. I want to give a little introduction before I go through the process of how exactly I would map my clients. I know a lot of us get it very confused on how exactly do we get the perfect cat eye or the perfect open eye. In reality, it's very much a mental thing. It's very easy, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my process. It's super fast. It takes less than 5 minutes, literally under probably 3 minutes to map someone's eye. I don't want you guys to get discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. We're not ever gonna get anything right the first time, and I think that's what we have as a misconception when we're walking into the lash industry, which has a lot of beauty professionals with a lot of experience that make us think that, you know, when you take that course, you're already gonna be ahead of everybody else, and you're sadly mistaken. When you take your course, of course, it's for the experience. It's so you can understand the fundamentals of lashing. It's so you can understand how you can isolate, apply, and make sure that the client is comfortable. But when you walk out of your course, you're never gonna feel 100% confident. Or if you're like me, I taught myself how to do lashes and I learned from trial and error. Honestly, I wouldn't have done it any other way, because now when I teach my courses, it's very realistic. It's the way that it's going to happen whether you do this course with me or do it by yourself. Like I was saying before I got backtracked, you're not gonna get the right fan the first time. You're not gonna get the perfect cat eye or open eye or doll eye or squirrel eye. You know, there's so many styles nowadays that you're never gonna get it right. And sometimes maybe not getting it right makes it you. A lot of these wispies, if you look at them, they didn't start by being perfect. They started by being different. So maybe doing it wrong is being different, and you learn your way. You learn the right way to do things by doing it the wrong way. There's no winning with no losing. I just want to make this video so you understand how to do it easier. It's about how to do things easier, not do things perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. So now I'm gonna get started with the mapping. Today you're going to see right here my client. I'm not gonna disclose any names. So this is my beautiful client, and as you can see, she has beautiful upturned eyes. When you see upturned eyes, what is the first initial instinct that you would want to do when you're styling this client? What is something that you think would add to her features instead of take away, or just not go with her features at all? In my opinion, I would go for a cat eye. Why would I give her a cat eye? I would give her a cat eye because her bone structure naturally lifts up her eyes, making it seem that if I were to give her a cat eye, it would give her the perfect lift. Obviously, before you give any suggestions, you always ask your client, hey, what is it that you would like? What is it that you feel like you want to do today? What is your everyday look? With her, when she came to me, she wanted specifically a volume set. So that's what she got. Before I get started with looking at links and things like that, I have to ask myself, when I look at her face, are her eyes even? How much lid space does she have? Where can I achieve the perfect lift? When you do a cat eye, you do not get the perfect cat eye by putting the longest length all the way at the end and giving someone a elongated look with a curl in the end. That's not what a cat eye is. I'll try to see if I could find some examples so you could understand what I'm saying. I feel like anyone can achieve the perfect cat eye look. You just need to map the person correctly. So I'm going to show you right now. So when I pull out the ruler, right, where am I focusing on? I'm going to make the ruler straight. I'm going to focus on my inner corner and seeing if my inner and outer corner are evened. Obviously her eyes are upturned, but the main goal is to see if both eyes match one another. This is very important because no part of our body is even. Okay, we got one leg that's longer than the other, we got one arm that's longer than the other, one eye has more lashes than the other, so your eyes are never going to look the same. That's why it is so important to map somebody's eyes out, because then when you're done with the set, you're like, oh my god, I did something wrong. Whole time the eyes are just not even, so you could have just used different lengths on one eye than the other eye. This client has evened eyes, so what I would do is I would just make a straight line. Once I make that straight line, right, that is what you do to figure out if the eyes are even. A lot of things fall into place with this, but the main focus when you're looking at lid space is to see the distance between the eyelid and the eyebrow. That lets you know the lengths that you could use. So I am going to make my ruler straight at a 90-degree angle. After making that straight line, you can see that with my client, she has a lot of lid space. Now, how do you achieve the perfect cat eye? This is what we've all been waiting for, the main mission. How have I been doing the cat eye wrong? What could I have been doing right this whole time? I'm about to show you. So, you see her eyebrow? The arch of her brow. You see that right there? See that arch right there? You're going to get your ruler and you're going to match that arch to their eye right there. That is your lifting point, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is where you will put your longest length. That right there is where you will start to lift their eye. That right there is where you will start to give them the perfect cat eye. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. This entire time, all I had to focus was the arch of the eyebrow. That was it. That's all. But I'm gonna push it a little further. Obviously, I showed you guys how to do the perfect cat eye and how to map someone's eye and look for the evenness, the lid space. We're about to get into the lengths. How do I dictate the client's lengths? I'm gonna show you. For me, it's more of a mental thing, so I will be putting this into my own words, so don't judge me. This is a judge-free zone. Leave the judging somewhere else. You see when she opens her eyes, how little her eyes are. Regardless of her having so much lid space, you would think that you could probably push it to a 20. You could probably give her some mega lashes, long lashes, because her eye, she has so much lid space. You would think that you could give her really long lengths.
Wrong.
Her eyes are very little when she opens them. So what does that tell you? Her eyes need lifting, right? And when you do a cat eye, you start from short to long, okay? She has a lot of lid space towards the end of her eye, but when she opens her eye, they're
very, very
small. So what does that tell you? You start super short. When I did her lashes, we started with a number 9. When I go for my cat eyes, right? If you want the max enhancement for that cat eye, you would want to skip 1 length, maybe 2. I personally skip 1 length. So if I'm going to give you a cat eye, instead of going 9 through 16, I'm going 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, skip 15, then jump into 16. So you're probably like, 16, but aren't her eyes too small? They can't handle 16. I did a 16 cc curl on her. I did 9 through 16 cc curl. Of course, I skipped the 15. It wasn't that heavy because I used a 0.3 diameter. If I were to place a 0.5 or a 0.7 on her lashes, her retention would have been bad. Not because the isolation application products, bonder, whatever, wasn't good. All because of the simple fact that it's too heavy. There's different types of curly lashes. The type that I worked with when I did with her curly lashes were very short. They were short curly lashes. In a way, you had to use your pinky to kind of get to the other lashes. So what I did was, obviously I lashed by putting the lash under. And I obviously wrapped it, but you place the lash under, I wrapped it, and then I used a 0.3 diameter, making it not heavy, so that way there was no breakage. Her lashes lasted. And honestly, if I'm gonna come from a professional opinion, I feel like everyone should really be using a 0.3 when we're trying to give someone a volume or mega volume. The problem is because when you look at a mega volume, a lot of these girls don't book it because they're scared that it's going to be way too heavy on their eyes, which is true if you use anything above a 0.3 diameter. So I recommend 0.3. So that's what I used on her. I used the 0.3. And then I'm going to show you guys actually the outcome of her lashes. Ignore a little irritation on her eye. It was okay after like 10 minutes. That eye was opening back and forth, girl. So you already know, if you're a lash tech, you know how that goes. Her lashes are beautiful, stunning. You can see right here at the end the cat eye that I was talking about when I skipped out length. So you can see that little jump. And it naturally gave her a lifting look. Is this a video? She loved her lashes. She looked so pretty. Her cat eye is cat-eyeing, okay? So with that being said, that's how you achieve the perfect cat eye. That's how I map my lashes. She loved her lashes. She's actually a lash tech herself. That's the crazy part. A lash tech lashing a lash tech. So you already know I had to put my whole bodicity in this set. I had to literally put my all into her lash set, because if not, girl, if you're a lash tech, you understand when you're lashing another lash tech how nerve-wracking that feeling is, because you just want to make everything perfect. You're just like, no, like now I gotta show out. I gotta do my big one. It's like if you're doing birthday lashes. That's how I felt. And also when I lash, I also lash all the way to the back, depending on the client, okay? So guys, this is the end of my video on how to map lashes. Don't mind my hair. I am a natural curly hair girly, and I am hot and nervous in all kind of ways. I am hottie, okay? But yeah, that is the ending of how to map lashes. If you guys want to know how to map an open eye, downturned eyes, monolids, etc., comment down below and I will respond to you guys as soon as I see it. Don't worry. I learned from trial and error, meaning that I want to make everything as easy and as possible for you guys, for my girls, for my students, for anyone who's watching me right now. So if you guys want to learn how to map, I hope this video helped you. If you guys want to learn how to fan, I hope the next video helped you. And comment down below what other videos you guys would like me to post. And yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.